What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got some pretty cool Protect the Castle duels for you guys to check out, showing you the power of the World Legacy. I guess not archetype, but storyline, because you're going to see a bunch of World Legacy archetypes in this duel. The first one actually shows a really interesting mix of Crusadia and Mekk-Knights. Now, generally, even though that these two archetypes are both part of the grand World Legacy storyline, they don't work all that well together because they're just so fundamentally different. And this one is based on columns. They're both column based, but they just kind of function differently. However, because of the new Astrum, the new Link monster that's going to be in Dark Neostorm, this card is a Mekk-Knight and it's actually a Crusadia. So it actually benefits from the support of both archetypes. And that's why you're kind of seeing these two archetypes be splashed together. Plus, there are some cards like World Legacy Succession. This kind of works with both of the archetypes, but it's really cool how he is a Crusadia and a Mekk-Knight. So he kind of gets powered by both of their support cards, which is really nice. So it looks like Destiny Heroes went first. He's going to go for the Destiny Fusion. A lot of Dark Neostorm cards in this duel. He just so happened, this guy was, oh my god, he's so nice. I thought we were beyond this, guys. If it's 2019, guys, if you are not playing around Mekk-Knights, shame on you. You should never put two cards in the same column if you don't have to, because Mekk-Knights still exist, and it allowed him to get 3 monsters on the board fairly easily. And now what he can do is simply link summon a couple of times, and guess who's coming to dinner, man? He's got the Crusadia Astrum on board extremely easily. Turn 1 too, he just used a couple of link monsters. Even though he's not able to do any damage here, you guys are going to see how it being a Crusadia and a Mekk-Knight actually ends up working out. And you can see here, I was like, oh shit, I mean, Astrum's powerful, but his opponent does have 5 monsters, plus he has a plasma in hand. Like, he can either Boral load him, he can Boral sword him, he can easily just drop the plasma and negate its effect. So I was like, he definitely has some easy outs to this. Let's see exactly what he goes for. He goes for plasma, and I was like, okay, but then he's going to activate the Crusadia power. This now makes this guy unaffected by all other card effects except its own. He goes for Borolo Dragon, but I don't think he realizes that it can't be affected by anything. Also, I did not even realize this. The fact that this guy's effect activates once per battle, I don't know why I thought that that effect was a hard once per turn. You saw him use it against the Plasma and against the Borolo Dragon. That is absolutely stupid. I don't understand why it's even once per battle. Like, when would you use it? I guess they don't want you using it like infinitely in the same battle, in the same attack. I guess maybe that's the reason why. But this card is nuts, and because you can now protect it with some of the Crusadia cards, it can basically be unkillable. Because if your opponent, if you have this and your opponent commits to a Borolo or a Boral Sword Dragon, chances are they're not going to have another out in their entire deck. So this card is actually a pretty significant boost to the Crusadia archetype, and kind of Mekk-Knights as well. Second duel is going to be Red Eyes getting in that burn damage, and this is probably how Konami wants you to play Red Eyes, because you guys know, like, Red Eyes has gone in so many weird different directions. At one point, Konami, it seemed like they were trying to make it a burn deck. By the way, I saw this in Lithium's video. Is it me, or is this card right here, Draconet, actually nuts, right? So what it allows you to do is you normal summon it, and you can special summon a level 2 or lower monster from your freaking deck, and that is awesome because you can summon one of this, or you can summon this Guard Dragon dude, and not only is this a 1-card IB, which is stupid because you're just using your normal summon, this also can be a 1-card Needle Fiber because this one just happens to be a tuner. So basically, just off that normal summon, you kind of are able to combo out. And from what I've seen, a lot of Red Eyes players are doing this because not only can you run the Guard Dragon spell, which brings it back from the graveyard, but then you can follow your IB up with the Needle Fiber plays, and then IB will trigger, and it's like just kind of off the normal summon, you're already popping off. I believe that all he needed for this combo was like the normal summon and the World Legacy spell card. He is using the Red Eyes Alternative Dragon. Everybody in the comment sections will be like, see, Cap, I told you it was broken. It was a good card. It's not like he really needed it all that much. I mean, he already pretty much got to his combo. But from this point, obviously, the guard dragons have kind of taken over. And he did make this deck specifically more burn focus. Most of the time, you would use your supplemental pieces as defense, like hand traps and stuff. But he's like, nah, Cap, F that. If we're going to make Flare Dragon, let's go completely in on the burn. My man is running Chain Energy. This is definitely a DM card. I don't know what stats but I probably have to say this like Magic Ruler or Metal Race. This is a fucking stupidly old card. I'm talking like 2002, 2003. And then he has Curse of Darkness, which is another DM card. I think that is Legacy of Darkness. I used to run that like way back in the day in my burn decks. I think it's every time your opponent activates a spell card, they have to pay 1,000 life points, or I think they take 1,000 burn damage. It's for both players, but if you've already got it on the field and you got set up, then obviously your opponent is not going to be able to, they're not going to be able to get their spells off unless they're willing to pay the piper. Unfortunately, he's playing Pendulum, so whenever you activate the Pendulum scale, he's paying 1,500 life points, and he's doing unnecessary searching. You fool, just Pendulum summon. Honestly, I don't think it matters, because he does have the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. If his opponent did try to do something, you know, impressive, I'm pretty sure Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss would have shut it down. But he took 8,000 damage in just burn. He never even got to his battle phase or the Pendulum Summon. I feel very sad for that guy, because if he would have went first, maybe it would have been a different game. Our last duel is another duel featuring Ibli, showing off how ridiculous she is. I mean, she honestly is just Denlong. I mean, Denlong is, to me, still like a broken card. She's like, I guess, 5% weaker than Denlong, but not really. You can make her so easily, and this is kind of how I think World Chalice might look in the future. It's still going to be a deck where if you get Brilliant Fusion, you get the absolute nuts. But the boards that you can do with World Chalice now are significantly better because of the Guard Dragons. You can go into Ib, and really with like the new level 9 support, you can see right in his hand, the World Legacy's Burgeoning, you can go in for True King of all Calamities. And I think these boards are just stronger because not only do you get multiple negations with Savage Dragon, and you're also getting the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, but then you have True King of all Calamities. And keep in mind that World Legacy did win a YCS early 2018 with the support from Extreme Force and Saryuja Skull Dread, but those turn 1 boards were basically like Firewall Dragon plus Skull Dread in the Gamma. These boards are way stronger because forget about negating your opponent's cards or you're negating your opponent's monster effects. You don't even let them activated with True King of all Calamities. Plus, you've got backup here. You have 3 huge dragon monsters, and 2 of them have built-in negation, plus another dude sitting in defense mode at 3,000 defense. So your opponent has, I mean, I don't really know what they're going to be able to do. If you're playing a combo deck like Fluffles, good luck. Activate True King of all Calamities, no monster effects for the entire turn, no battle phase, and then you can probably just have these guys negate these spells and traps. Honestly, if the cards are just summoning other cards, there's really not even a point. So Fluffle player is just going to continue to summon. He realizes, Cap G, I have no chance of winning this duel, and he promptly scoops. But hopefully you guys enjoyed those spicy duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.